Hello.
Yeah, you missing one.
What IBF belt?
Right here, the WBO. What about the WBO?
What's this?
That's the WBA. Somebody got the WBO.
What's the belt?
Who has the BO belt?
Yeah, let me get a water.
There you go. There you go. All the juice.
Look at all this jewelry I got.
All that juice.
We're sold. Come jump in that seat.
Which one?
Wayne, give Saul that seat.
First. Papo, get closer.
Or we can start back here.
Papo, barely too.
Okay.
Ready?
Hey, Terence, congratulations. Magnificent performance tonight. Seemed like the first 3 rounds you were trying to just figure them out. Was that the game plan and start turning it up maybe in round 4?
Well, the first 3 rounds, I felt like I was in control. I think he was trying to figure me out.
Did you feel that you were frustrating him? He tried to lift you up. He headbutted you. Were you sensing that you were frustrating him?
Of course, he was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
And the last question is, I know it's right after the fight. Have you feel yet the significance of this win and what it means in your legacy and your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me. But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. He wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, I think I was the better man tonight.
What was that moment where you were pushed aside by the ring and they suspended they called a timeout for a second and then started the fight again in the middle? I think it was the 7th inning. 7th?
Well, I got headbutted. I got cut. I got to go get stitches. You didn't see it?
No.
Oh, yeah. He headbutted me. So I got to go get stitches after this.
Hey, bud, straight back, right here.
What's up, Dan?
Congratulations on the victory. I want to ask you a little bit about the history that you made tonight, and I want your opinion on which means the most to you. You became a 5-division world champion. You became the 3rd 4-division lineal champion with Mayweather and Pacquiao. You became a 3-time undisputed champion, the first ever in the 2, 3, or 4 belt era. And you became the 2nd undisputed champion in 3 weight classes when there was only 1 champion back in 1938 with Henry Armstrong. That's a lot of stuff.
You hear that? You hear that?
Which do you think means
all
the most?
And all of it. It all goes hand in hand.
Can you describe what it all means to you to have? You just made like a whole resume of stuff tonight.
It means a lot to me because, anybody can be a nobody, like I said, and that's all they say I've been fighting is nobodies. So what can they say now? Somebody tell me, what can you say now?
You can say congratulations.
That's it. What can you say? Any words?
Terence.
I bet you did.
But I want to ask you one other thing about that.
Terence.
A lot of the conversation about the fight was you moving up 2 weight divisions. I wonder if you could describe, like, once you got in there, how did it feel in terms of fighting at that weight and the bulk that Canelo tried to put upon you?
I was stronger. I punched harder. And that was just it. You know, a lot of people put too much into me moving up in weight and things like that. But like I told y'all once before, Canelo is not a big guy. You know, he's a smaller guy fighting in a big weight class. You know, me and him is practically almost the same height. I'm a little taller. My arms longer than him. You know, he got a little wider frame, but he's a little shorter. But all in all, you know, we're around the same size. So by y'all saying, "Oh, Canelo's this massive size," it was kind of like disrespect. Then when y'all see me weigh in, then y'all say, "Oh, well, they not the same." It's not a big difference.
All right, and lastly then, what was his power like? Have you been hit by anybody that strong before?
I've been hit harder.
No, in a real fight, not a
In
sparring.
a real fight. Avanesian, I mean not Avanesian, but Mean Machine hit harder than Canelo to me. To be honest.
Terence.
Congratulations.
Terence, right here in front. Congratulations on a historic accomplishment. Would you consider this your signature win of your career, or is there another win that means more to you?
No, for sure, this is definitely a signature win. You know, moving up 2 weight classes, being the B-side, fighting a guy that's been undefeated in the division, undisputed, going to take all his titles, you know, doing everything that I said I was going to do. You know, of course, this means a lot. You know, my other undisputed runs, you know, I had titles and things like that. So I was coming in as a champion as well. But this one, you know, I was coming in as an underdog, no championship belts, you know, and I felt like everything was on the line.
At any point, did you feel you had to make adjustments in the ring?
Well, you know, around like the 6th round, I felt like I needed to step it up a little more and, you know, getting more control of the fight because the fight was going like a seesaw effect.
And when you were announced as the winner, you went down on one knee. Could you just describe how that moment felt to you and what was going on through your mind?
No, I knew I won. When the last bell were on, I knew I won, you know. But like I said before, God don't make no mistakes, and it's no mistake that, you know, I'm here for a reason. And I've been telling y'all that all week, that it's God's plan, not my plan. I just, you know, carried out his mission.
Terence, when we spoke on Tuesday, you talked about a lot about your preparation and how confident you would, in leading up to this, and how you would break this fight down and how it was going to go. Did it go exactly to plan as you prepared for this for the last couple of months? Was it each round? Did it go as planned?
Of course, you know, everything that we set our sights on to do in the fight, you know, we executed it. You know, I wanted to do a little more, but my coaches wanted me to keep doing what I was doing that was working. You know, so I had to make sure that I was disciplined and keep doing what was working.
And then I know you said you weren't surprised, obviously, in how you dominated, but was there any surprise that as the fight went on, he typically feeds off those later rounds and builds momentum, but it appeared that he got more frustrated and weaker maybe, or less conditioned? Did that surprise you at all?
I don't think he was less conditioned or anything. You know, I just think I was the better man. I think you know, you're not giving him enough credit, and you're trying to take things away from him. He was 1,000% prepared. You know, I just think I was the better man today.
That's right.
But so much goes on behind the scenes that we never get to see. The long nights of preparation, sticking with the same team through adversity, and many years of preparation. When you look into the faces of your team after achieving this win, how do you feel looking at all these people that have helped you carry yourself to success?
Oh, I feel great, because they've been doubted just like me. When people doubt me, they doubt my team. They think my team can't, take me to where I want to go because they don't have the recognition of being in a big city and have this big following. But, a lot of great fighters coming through our stable, and, they paving the way, for the next generation. And, I'm the forefront, and we ain't doing nothing but making history.
Terence, was this fight about proving them all wrong or proving yourself right?
Both. Prove the doubters wrong and prove myself right. Like I said, it's a lot of disappointed people, going home tonight. And some of them gonna cry, like I said, but it's part of the sport.
And lastly, I asked you at the press conference the other day, what was your definition of greatness? It came full circle for you by claiming the throne. Now, what is your definition of greatness to you?
You're looking at him.
Congratulations. The whole team.
Terence, congratulations on your victory. With the way you beat Canelo tonight, Spence a couple of years ago, everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now, would you consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
Terence, obviously it was a great show today. I was curious about your entrance, how you came to choose that song in particular to walk out to.
Well, it was part of my outfit. The outfit was inspired by the movie Desperado. As you seen, I had the guitar and everything, and my great childhood friend, Rosendo Robles, he was the one that, carried the song out and performed the night. And, it was a wonderful night. Like I said, I got Mexicans and Latinos on my side as well. So, it was a beautiful night tonight.
Did you know Ilia Topuria walks out to that song in the UFC?
You said what?
Ilia Topuria walks out to that song in the UFC.
Did he? Oh, good. Good for him.
Terence, Radio Raheem in the back. The narrative of this fight was, could your chin stand up to Canelo's power? You took his punches, but to me it seemed you neutralized his biggest shots. I don't know that he hit you even with his biggest shot. Do you consider that a greater accomplishment than proving that you have the chin to take the biggest shot?
It goes hand in hand, A lot of people say I don't have no defense. I get hit with these big shots, and that's what they was worried about. Hey, it's only so much that they can say now.
Down the stretch of the fight, we saw Canelo drop his hands at some point, shake his head. It appeared to me like he was mentally being broken. Did you perceive it that way? What did you think was going on in those 11th and 12th round when we saw Canelo seem to stop fighting for seconds?
Yeah, he was definitely frustrated, because what he was trying to do wasn't working. And when he get hit, he's just like, man, he shook his head like, I can't believe I got hit with that.
And last one from me. Where do you rate Canelo amongst your opponents? I mean, you're speaking about it as if it was an easy night. You've been hit harder. Where do you put him on the list of your most difficult opponents?
I'm not saying it was an easy night. By far, it wasn't easy. It just, you look like that, but it definitely wasn't easy. He's definitely, at the top of my opponents that I've faced, for sure.
Are you open to a rematch?
And I'm open to whatever. Like I said, I'm going to sit back, enjoy my victory with my team, and, I had my birthday in 2 weeks, since I'm old, everyone.
thank you for a great night and an incredible performance. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Terence right here.
Terence right here.
It's Andreas L from ESPN. We did a story on you talking about how competitive you are and your will to win. Did you feel like you had to dig deep in this fight, or did you feel like Canelo, you just kind of took the fight out of him early and he wasn't able to be as competitive as he wanted to be?
No, I think, he was trying to be competitive, but he respect my power, and he respect my boxing ability and things like that. And I think what was frustrating him the most is, all his big shots, I was blocking and, catching and countering. So I think that was really, a big factor in why he was frustrated.
I think you said a lot, but when you're going to say, I told you so, and you wanted to relish the victory, it's now at the time to tell everybody, once again, I told you so.
Oh, well, they know. The ones that doubted me, they know. I don't have to say I told you so or rub it in their face. They know and they see it. And, this is right here is I told you so. Right here.
Terence, stand in the middle. Terence right here.
Terence right here.
Terence right here in the middle. Max Kellerman called you the GOAT of this era in the post-fight. After everything you've been through, man, what was like hearing those words?
Hey, listen, like I said, the great things come to those who wait. The cream always rise to the top. All the time that they blocked me out, they said I wasn't fighting nobody, I can't beat this dude, I can't beat that dude. Every time that I got a chance, I wiped the floor with him. So just imagine where I would have been at today if I had got them opportunities a long time ago. But then again, it wasn't my time. My time is now, and I'm happy that everything played out the way it did. And you're looking at the undisputed champion of the world right now.
Terence, William King, Omaha, Nebraska. I got a question for your coach. William King, right here. Tall, dark, and handsome, right here. You know it. Man, I'm so proud of you today, right now, and your team. I'll just watch.
Which coach? I got 3 coaches up here, Bill.
To your left. The one I always be always talking smack. But no, but I saw your son and my great nephew yesterday, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
They got interviewed by Fight Hub TV, and they predicted you was going to win. But they were so proud of you, those young fighters. What does it mean to you when you go back to the gym on Monday? As far as your coaches and your coaching team, what does that mean when you go back to your gym?
So that's for Bud or for me?
For all of y'all. I want to hear from all of you gentlemen. Because right now, when I see Muhammad Ali, I'm going to see Terence Crawford in the future. Right now, this is bigger.
So you said Bud's son? You seen Bud's son?
I saw Bud's son and my great nephew Reno speaking, predicting that his dad and his surrogate father are going to win. What does that mean to you when you go back to the gym? Because those young men and young women look so much up to you, so much up to your team.
Well, to me, it's just like I'm saying, it's how the man live. He a great father. You understand? He raises kids up in the way they should go, and they see his commitment to them and to his craft day in and day out. So they was confident in his victory. For me, it's like full circle. It's the Terence Crawford era, and we believe in God highly, and it's his time now. And if it's like you say, you see somebody else can do it, you can do it, but you just can't just think that. You got to put the work in, and Crawford put the work in since he was a baby. So, it's more than just talking about it, it's about being about it. You understand? So, for everybody that's in the gym, that's everybody around them, please start paying more attention to him and what he's doing instead of just hanging around. Really study Crawford, you understand? Really study him. Take in what he's doing. It's not just him running miles. It's not just him hitting the bag and sweating. He's focusing, he's studying, he's really honing his craft. So that's what I would say with taking in that. So it's not just when you see him, you can do it, but you got to put the work in too.